Hi Aries, welcome to Esoteric Tales and Tarot. This is your November monthly crystal ball scrying and tarot reading. In the crystal ball, I've just had it out in the garden, so I got several messages from this. So coming through, something that came through was butterflies. I was just seeing that you're very social, so I was feeling like you've been in that cocoon for some time and now you're becoming the social butterflies. So I was seeing these butterflies coming through and they were really beautiful, all those different blues and reds coming through on their wings. And I thought, oh, I think you're enjoying dressing up and going out and being a bit more social. Perhaps you've been taking things a bit seriously, because I also heard all work and no play, and that's how I feel like it has been for you, Aries. I feel like you've been really focusing on work, and this has gone on for some time. I feel like you were going through this, feeling as though you had to keep building and building and building, and it's just meant that things are a bit out of balance for you, because I saw a scale on there and I was thinking, this is where you've gone too far with the all work no play. The money's starting to roll towards you as well. I saw the dollar signs coming in and I thought, I could see somebody putting it was pennies actually, I think pennies, but they were putting them into a pile, and it was like they looking back and I had actually accumulated some now. So I feel as though, okay, maybe you did have to do all work and no play, but you've got to find that balance now, Aries, because you need to be living your life and enjoying yourself. And don't sell yourself short. That was the other thing that I was hearing from when I was looking in the crystal ball. Don't sell yourself short, meaning that perhaps you have not priced yourself correctly. If you're offering services, don't sort of say, oh yeah, I can do it for this much. Make sure that you're pricing yourself accordingly, especially if it's against the big boys in town, the high end of town. Make sure that you're charging those who can afford it, that you're charging the right price for your services or your employment. Let me just have a quick look for any final messages. What I'm seeing is a piece of paper, and it's under a stack of books or under a stack of other papers, and it's important. It's something that you've forgotten about, Aries. So, I was seeing sort of like an office desk space or a space where you're working from, and you've sat something underneath this stack of paperwork. So shuffle through it, Aries, because I feel like it's time sensitive and there's something that you've missed or forgotten to do. Could be a bill, could be something you needed to get back to somebody with, maybe an invoice. Just have a look through. It was a stack of papers. That's important for somebody who's listening in. All right, let's get on to your tarot portion of the reading, Aries, and we'll see what we get for the month. The decks I'm using this month is the Everyday Witch Tarot again. We had this last month. It's Deborah Blake's, art by Elisabeth Alba. I'm really enjoying using this deck. It's really beautiful. I'm clarifying with the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort. This is a new one. I've done an unboxing of this on my channel if you want to check that out. It's a lovely little deck that I'm going to be clarifying with. And then we'll be getting a final oracle message from Art Through the Starstream Oracle, paintings and text by Cheryl Vambrach Rose. Aries, yet again, a big month. There's just so many major arcana on the table with such a small amount of cards, and I've shuffled a long time in between doing the other star signs, and you don't even have the same. You've got different, some are the same, but you've got different cards. So bottom of the deck, you have the Hanged Man and the Eight of Wands, clarifying this. So this is that feeling of being in, suspended animation, and it's a frustration for you because the Eight of Wands has this swiftness here, and other major arcana. So the Hanged Man is a major arcana as the bottom of your deck, but you've also got the High Priestess here. This Hanged Man can often be seen as a Pisces card, and same with the High Priestess is your water signs as well. So your Scorpios, your Pisces, and your Cancers. Of course, we're in Scorpio season at the moment. And other ones that you have is the Moon. Again, you've got that Piscean, Cancer, Scorpio, but often a Cancer sign of the Moon, and it's come up in a clarifier as well, but clarifying the Three of Wands, and it's come up in reverse. So you've got the Moon twice on the table. You've also got Scorpio in Death and Rebirth. You've got the Temperance, which is your Sagittarius, and you have the Devil, which is your Capricorns that are here. You've got the Magician as well, sort of your Gemini, Virgo type energies too. So look, almost everybody's jumped out. So this is going to be a big month for you. I got the Think Outside the Flock card as your oracle as well, which is pretty cool because it ties in with a lot of what I'm seeing. So to start out with, the High Priestess here. Again, straight away I thought about the books here, and I couldn't help but think, oh, you really do need to find that thing that you're missing out on doing. So maybe it's a book that has the information of a missing link here. I mean, you could find what you need by going and seeking out a tarot reading here, because I absolutely love this card in this deck because it's of course got crystal ball, the tarot reading, the runes. So it's using your psychic abilities, maybe lighting some candles for good luck from the other side, but it's utilizing that intuition that you have, Aries, and you will be able to tap into your intuition more at the moment in this season of Scorpio, sort of towards the start of the November month. And it's clarified by the Death card, Death and Rebirth, which is your Scorpio card. So it's saying, yes, like this is the season to be using your powers, going within, meditating, thinking, any little thing that you have a gut feeling on. That's what this time is for. Maybe, it is a good time to go and get a reading, because you could have that feeling. And I feel like this phoenix coming out of the ashes feels like you, and like there is a death and rebirth, like you've been doing that, working too much, and you want to become the social butterfly. Like I thought about those reds and yellows that I was seeing in the butterfly, and I thought, yeah, this is that, red and blue kind of themed card that made me feel like, yeah, you want to kind of get out, you're feeling a sense of that. And what's lovely is that leads into this Two of Cups energy. Again, it could be your water signs, your Cancer, Scorpios, and Pisces, but this is the perfect soulmate pairing card here. And we've even got the little cats down the bottom exchanging a fish here, but these are having, again, that social feeling, doing very well by going out and being out socializing, because here we've got them sharing a glass of wine over dinner. So perhaps that's something that's sort of appealing to you at the moment. And that was coming up with the Sagittarius Temperance card, which is art on here, and also coming out with the Devil as your clarifiers. Now, that could literally be that the people who are, in your mind at the moment, there could be more than one, because you've got a Sagittarius and you've got a Capricorn here. But also I was thinking how interesting that we have the 3 months, the three star signs to match the months. So we've got your Scorpios, who were the end of October into the start of November now, and then you've got Sagittarius next, that's the end of November going into December, and then you have the end of December's going into January's of your Capricorns. So maybe it is this season where you're going to really feel as though, into these couple of months, where you're going to feel like you're much more social, and that's going to be beneficial for your for your love life, because what jumped out with it, it came as a 2 card, is the 6 of Wands, which is the victory card. And I felt like that was really nice because it feels like all eyes are on you here, Aries. And this made me think, this red dress, you know, the fire sign kind of energy of yours and the dragons here, it just made me think that felt very Aries to me. And like all these people are, yeah, like celebrating you is coming up. So perhaps between now and even the time of your own celebrations of your birthday could be a lucky time for relationships and for love to come in, because I was getting a very nice feeling with that. Just be careful always with the devil energy. I always say, you know, be careful of your, because it came out when they were with the drinking and everything there, just be careful of your vices, you know, Aries, you know, don't be too much into, that can be an addictive kind of energy, you know, where you're drinking too much, celebrating a little bit too much. So make sure that you have the temperance balance. They're always good at having, you know, 1 foot in the water and 1 foot out, 1 foot grounding. So just remind yourself, you know, of that around this season as well. Like enjoy yourself, but yeah, make sure that you're at the point where you're having a really lovely time socially and you're not going overboard, you know, because there could be people watching you and it's a great opportunity for you to show your best selves. The next energy is the 3 of Wands, and straight away I thought I just noticed this little lizard here, and I thought, oh, it felt like straight away I thought a chameleon, you know, like changing up, changing colors. Again, this red cape, and feeling as though you're weaving some magic here and looking out on the horizon and wanting, you know, change. And I was thinking perhaps a traveler's on the cards here, but just feeling as though you want to change, like you want to move now. Like I just felt that kind of a bit of impatient energy that was coming through. Once again, not forgetting that we've got this Piscean, you know, Cancer, Scorpio energy coming here with the moon, which is clarifying, and the moon is in reverse. And for this card matched together, I felt as though some information has come to you which is helping you with this decision making of where you want to head to next. And that's why now you feel confident to put your wand out and start to sort of go, okay, now I know what I'm dealing with and I know where I want to go, or I know where I need to head. So that was how I felt that this card wasn't. And I'm feeling like you've got so many moons on the table. I just kept getting drawn to it and thinking about all this moon energy that we've had with eclipses and everything. So this could go on for, you know, the next 30 to 60 days where everything's taking shape and the picture is coming together. Of course, you get another moon because towards the end of the month, the energy is the moon again. And this one was interesting because I thought, you know, you're looking through here. This is the cat and he's looking through, and it almost looks like he's a puma, you know, it nearly looks like he's double the size looking through there. And I just thought, you know, are you seeing everything that you need to see clearly? I think it's related exactly to the card before, because we've got the Magician, and this just felt as though there's still some more information coming. So some's been revealed, but some are still coming, because I wasn't sure whether this moon needed to be upright or came in reverse. And I clarified, it's like, no, it's for reverse, but then it came upright as well. So I have to highlight that yes, information's coming to you, but there is more coming. There's more to arrive. And this energy could go all the way through to, you know, it's a Gemini and Virgo kind of feeling. So it's the 1 card. So I felt as though the start of the new year is going to be very lucky for you in creating all of this, and that maybe some of the things you need to do them a bit quietly. So while you're manifesting, you need to be a bit hidden away. That might be what is going to be best for you, is to not tell everybody what your plans are, because, you know, you're wanting to sort of shed that skin. And maybe that's why you're feeling at the moment like you're in this, a bit of the Hangman, and I can see underneath the Hangman we've got the 7 of Wands. So maybe there's been a little bit of a battle. I feel like there's been some disappointments, Aries, and that could even be in relationships. You know, it's taking a while for things to come together. we've got the Eight of Wands with that swiftness that's countering, this is absolutely slow, stuck energy, and yet, you want this swiftness. You're wanting to send out your messages and make contact and communicate and move quickly. And at the moment you're stuck where you are. But the good news is underneath that you have victory, the Six of Wands, which comes up over here. So I'm feeling as though this Hanged Man is related to that. It could very well be that Pisces, but it's coming, Aries. You've got it, the popularity, everybody, all eyes on you. It is going to happen. Interesting that you had this Magician as well with the Moon, and maybe keeping things quiet, because this is a fabulous end of reading card to get. The Silbury Stargate, think outside the flock. And this looks like almost a portal out to the universe, and it's like almost like a hidden step pyramid that's underneath this grass. And there's UFOs, there's sheep, there's absolutely everything in this card. And I like to read out the messages for these oracle cards because there's a year that's allocated to each card inside this deck as well, which could have a meaning for you. So your year is 2013. So that year could be significant in a cycle that you're going through. So it's something to keep in mind, to look back to something that was happening in that year, or perhaps you can get a clue. Maybe it was something you were working on that you bring back to life now. So Silbury Stargate, the expanded meaning is help others to step over the threshold into the reality that we are not alone in the universe. Don't be afraid of ridicule if you relate your own experiences. They will be as seeds opening the minds of others to new thoughts and possibilities. And this is interesting too, because this is talking about this, Phoenix and the Six of Wands and having that victory and all eyes on you. So, and maybe you do have to come up with radical ideas that are quite different from others. So that could be part of this. And the story that goes with this card with the Silbury Stargate is that several policemen in the Avebury area of Wiltshire, England, have reported unexplainable incidences and encounters with other life forms. The description of one group of off-worlders observed near Silbury Hill fits the tall whites. These alien humanoids are 6 to 10 feet tall with thin bodies, transparent blonde hair, and large blue eyes. It is said that they come from the star system Arcturus. According to nuclear physicist Dr. Charles Hall, who was a weather observer at Nellis Air Force Base in the Nevada desert, he spent 2.5 years near Area 51, where the tall whites have had a base for hundreds of years. Former Canadian Defence Minister Paul Hellyer has stated that several types of aliens, including the tall whites, are working with the US Air Force in Nevada. He reports at least 80 different alien species have spent time on this planet. What a cool card to get. So that's very otherworldly. And maybe you really do have to think outside the flock, as they say, don't follow the sheep. Maybe you have to go with a totally different idea. And maybe people are poo-pooing your ideas or not listening to what you do, but you're going to be very successful with that Six of Wands if you go ahead. That's using your intuition, the High Priestess. You've got the knowledge from within, and perhaps you are connecting to off-world beings that are assisting at this time. So that's really nice energy to have, Aries. I love your reading. You've got really, really interesting, powerful cards on the table for a lovely transformation and rebirth at this time in the Scorpio season, heading into Sagittarius, which Sagittarius is going to be lovely, light energy, your fellow fire sign there, with the similar kind of, social attitude as what you have. So I think great things are coming in the coming months. So enjoy November. Thank you so much for your support and for subscribing to my channel, because more subscribers means I can go live and then I can interact with you while I'm doing my reading. So I'm excited for that. Please, like and share to anybody else that you think these messages might help with. And I'm going to do some more videos throughout the month. So there'll be mid-monthlies and some little videos along the way. Thanks for your support. Thanks for listening in, Aries. See you soon.